Life is like a big comic book. I will tell you why. Last week, we were having dinner at home, and out of nowhere, my son Luke, 7 years old, asked me, "Mum, you know, I've been thinking really hard about what I want to do when I grow up, but I cannot decide." And I replied, "Oh, well, Luke, that's okay. I suppose you have time. And most probably, your job does not exist yet." I am Jennifer. I am a millennial, entrepreneur, CEO of Webb de Comarmond, and I'm glad to be here with you today. I am also the mother of 2 sons, Adam and Luke, and the world in which my sons will live and work in is important to me. There is so much we can say about the future of work. However, today I'm going to focus on sharing with you an understanding of millennials as a generation, an understanding of the soft skills of the future, and also an understanding of technology and how it's going to impact future jobs. So first, we will look at the fact that organizations of tomorrow will become flatter and flatter, less hierarchy. We'll be focused on driving value and not just driving profits. Organizations will operate like startups, and will be able to adapt quickly. People within those organizations will be able to work pretty much from anywhere. The world is also shifting to an appreciation for soft skills. We see that the soft skills of tomorrow will revolve around empathy, innovation, learning to learn, human ingenuity, amongst others. Those soft skills will allow us to strive and keep a space for us in a world competing with AI and robot. This will be our competitive advantage. So, looking at millennials, what can we say? As a millennial, I work from everywhere, anytime, thanks to technology, allowing me to work whether as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, whether I work from home or I work remotely. This is the advantages of technology today. Based on PwC, Forbes, and Adecco Group research, I am part of the 50% millennials population growing worldwide in the workforce. And I chose to live a life by design, not by default, very early at the age of 25, when I chose to become an entrepreneur. Organizations, as I said, will be flatter, but also we will be facing more challenges with people working flexibly and having to adjust to that. So, looking at the skills of tomorrow, we will have to adapt the organization structure to its new people. Employers are concerned about millennials' displayed personality. They tend to think our personality is the source of the problem. But in my opinion, it is the result and an outcome, and I'll tell you why. As a millennial, I've seen my parents go through very hard work, and I was a witness of the financial crisis. As a result, my parents' friends and some of my friends' parents lost their jobs. And it was a hard time, where we went from certainty to total unknown to what tomorrow would bring. So employers also tend to see us as job hoppers. For us, they say, a career for life is no more the norm. We are not loyal, and we are not reliable. After 3 years in the corporate world, I decided to go on a journey of entrepreneurship. And since then, I have been loyal to my job for the past 10 years. And I still remember people telling me, "It's crazy to start so early. You should wait, gather some experience." And you know what, looking backwards, I should in fact have started before. Because in the end, the fact that I started early, I had to learn early from my mistakes. I had to grow from those mistakes, and I became successful earlier in life. So it is indeed crazy to start so early, but it's only crazy until you do it. Think about the challenges facing millennials in the world of today. The environmental problems we are inheriting, climate change, the pressure to go through a university degree, then the pressure to get a job. And then, once you get that job, the pressure to find a life within that job and quality of life. As millennials, they call us digital natives. Well, digital natives, we are used to what they call instant gratification, living in the social media. Whatever we want, friendship, love, career, is only a click away. And as Simon Sinek, best-selling author, says, we have to teach millennials today that true things, sincere things in life, strong things in life takes time, such as true love, true friendship, and a strong career plan requires personal investment and takes time. Therefore, this tells us that as parents today, we will have to play a more active role in educating our children with the soft skills of tomorrow, such as love, kindness, and empathy. Good thing is, technology today enables us to work differently, with more convenience, but also we have the capacity to reduce our rate of errors and work faster because of its accuracy. Technology will also create jobs in the future around big data, digital transformation, you name it, cybersecurity. However, based on the World Economic Forum, technology will also contribute to job loss worldwide. World Economic Forum estimates there will be 5 million jobs lost in the coming years. So how can we prepare to that? We should be focusing as employers by putting our talents at the center of the decisions we take in organizations. Whatever we decide to do, it must be driven by how we want our people to feel within those decisions. Also, we will have to have strong analytics to predict the future and the future skills that people will require within our companies. We should also value very much workplace diversity and inclusion. As in the economy, in the gig economy we call it of tomorrow, we will need people to be working remotely for a globalized customer force. Also, there is a rising need for what we like to call at Adecco flex security. We have to give our millennials the flexible work arrangements and the security they need to feel comfortable to work and be happy at work. We will also have to review our employee experience, because in the end, this is what will make us, as we're shifting paradigms, this is what will make us employable. For me, it's not a matter of being employable anymore. With the gig economy rising worldwide, we observe that 40% of the American workforce will be working as freelancers by 2020, and 30% in Europe. Therefore, we will have to offer this attractive leverage this customer experience we offer today to the employee experience we want to give as well. So employers will have to be more attractive and review their employee experience and offer, as I said, safety, emotional connection to the company, but also security and flexibility at work. So how can we retain our people in this future of work? First, we have to review the way we hire people and innovate in this sphere. There is so much scope for innovation. When you think about a recruitment process, and you bear in mind that CVs were invented in the years 1400 by Leonardo da Vinci, it just says how much scope for innovation we have there. And of course, we should make use of social media, because this is where our talents will be applying for jobs. Also focus on retaining Gen X. I talk with a lot of employers on a daily basis, and many are focused on millennials and retaining millennials. but there are other generations in the company you can also work on retaining. Foster innovative thinking, provide work-life balance, support your people. Your young people need you as a source of support to alleviate this source of pressure on their back for studies, for life at home. Some young people in Mauritius contribute to their family life at home, and this salary brings value to this family life. Be supportive of that as an employer. It's your society, it's your country. It's very important you do that. You have to fulfill millennials' purpose. Purpose is very important for millennials. I remember a few weeks ago, I was hiring this gentleman for Adecco. At the end of the interview, he came across very well, he interviewed very well, he did a great job during his interview. And in the end, I said, do you have a question? And he said, yes, I want to know why I should work for you. I was taken by surprise. It came as a shock. I felt I was being interviewed. And then I said to myself, I'm used to that famous, why should I hire you question that most of us here, most probably used in the past. But then I thought, you know what? It was high time to leverage this candidate-employer relationship and treat candidates like customers and be able to provide them with that purpose from the very experience of the interview, so as why they should come work for us. So employee experience starts from the day of the interview. And it should be just as good as your customer experience. It should not be a one-off. It should be managed on a daily basis. It's an experience for your employees on an emotional connection, on the fact that they feel safe, that you need to work on. So you provide them with that right environment, so they want to be loyal and stay for your company. By the way, employee experience costs less than marketing, and we see that companies focusing on employee experience outperform their competitors by 4 times more profits, based on Blake Mitchell Morgan studies. So how can we improve? As I said, there are all these elements, but within small changes, we can start changing and adding value to this experience. I remember my first experience for my first job, my first employee experience. My grandfather one morning went to the bakery, and out of an act of kindness, he met a friend of his and asked him, can you please meet my granddaughter? She just came back from her studies, and you are a great HR, so I trust your advice on her. Please see her. I met the HR person a few days after, and very quickly, luckily, I got a job. This experience taught me a lot about HR, technical matters, but also a lot about training and being a public speaker. But most importantly, this HR manager taught me that kindness is one of the most important skills. And the wonderful thing about kindness is that it reciprocates, and it translates into gratitude. And you can do a lot of good just by being able and equipped with the right soft skills to manage people in your company. So, employers, make sure you are employable. Ensure you give this amazing employee experience that will make people want to come work for you in the first place and stay with your company. Employees and millennials, be patient. Finding a job is not easy. Take your time. Choose your first boss very well. He will be a key actor in your career plan and in your future. So take your time. And for Luc and Adam, my sons, life is like a big comic book, as I said. Draw your own future. And as you draw each page, be bold. Choose the brightest colors. And be that superhero who will fight for your passion and contribute to change the world. Be kind. Value family as your biggest treasure. As work will only keep you busy in life, Never let a job define who you are. You will change jobs, but true, long-lasting relationships will keep you content in life. And to all of you, look to the future, because this is where you are going to spend the rest of your life. Thank you.